Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Sid Meier's Civilization 6 in our Warrior of the Nile series. We are on episode 6, and we're in turn 204, 1430 AD. Just ridiculous progression here. I've had this trader here in Napata for a while. I think I actually might want to move them to another city, like for instance, Qasr Ibram. Might be a good idea to go ahead and establish a road there between that city and some other places. Now they're going to give, Rome's going to give me jade, and they want silver. They want me to open my borders. I'm not going to open my borders. I'm not going to give you horses. Tell you what, let's just do an outright trade. That way it'll make it a little bit more valuable to Caesar as a trade route. I'm so tempted. I could take their settler. Again. Scythia has just been such an idiot for this entire game. Alright, let's see. Alright, there's that. Probably got that production going there. No, I wouldn't kill for your friendship, actually. You have backstabbed me already. I feel like more than once, Cleopatra, so no. Our knowledge of astronomy has advanced considerably. Very nice. Nuri supposedly needs more housing, but I'm not seeing the icon there anymore, so the problem might have somehow fixed itself. Don't ask me how. Let's go ahead and do an archaeological museum in Meroe. And then I guess we'll go for the mosque in Pazyryk. Looks like, yeah, we can't build the Gurdwara anymore, but that's fine. We're expecting that. For now, I guess Meroe would be the place to put my counter spy. So let's go ahead and confirm placement there. And we'll have that unit protect the city from any shenanigans. Any and all shenanigans. Okay. We could put... Yeah, we could put Nubian pyramids by the holy site and get some additional faith that way. They already produce faith, but then being by a holy site will give additional bonuses in that regard. Choose Civic. What do we got? The Enlightenment, Mercantilism. Yeah, let's go. Well, I don't really have any camp improvements, though. +4 gold and +1 faith from all trade routes, though. That could come in handy. Let's go ahead and select that. If we get an extra economic policy at any point, we could take advantage of that in an amazing way. Entertainment complex. Let's see. If we go for a city overlap, and we were to put an entertainment complex there, that's definitely a 4-city overlap. Let's go ahead and do it. Be done in 4 turns, even though we have this city on growth focus. Oh, we actually have room for another policy right now. Oh yeah, the +1 production went away, so this might actually be a perfect time to... Well, we just started researching that policy, so let's go ahead and go for caravansary so we get +2 gold from all trade routes, and then we can replace that with the one we're setting up now through mercantilism when the time comes. So all of our production just went down slightly, but it's okay. We have other ways to make up for it now that we're getting into the later game. Where did that settler go? I feel like they're down here somewhere. They're going to try and settle in this area. Yep, there they are. Colossus has been built. Alright, so Trajan built Colossus. I'm not surprised. But we're building the Great Lighthouse. And let's see what else we need to do here. I want to try and capture this settler. We're going to wait till the next turn to do it, but... Yep, let's Inquisit Kerma. That's become a verb this series for the Inquisitors. And then, yeah, we're going to build that recommended. Okay, there's that. So we've got the additional faith there. I think I'm going to try and capture that settler, because I know what spot they're going for. They want that die. That's exactly what they want. So, Scythia, I hate to do this to you again. Oh, we haven't denounced them, so the warmonger penalty is going to be huge here. People are going to hate me for this. I don't care. You betrayed the trust of Tamiris again. Yeah, well, you never really had your trust, or my trust, and I never had yours, so relax. Thanks for the settler. How many times have I done that to her now? Okay, now this... We can eventually have some awesome... my god, I mean, we can just have amazing campus and holy site districts up here. I think for now what I'm going to do is I'll build... I probably should build an encampment here, so why don't I go ahead and put one right there on the border. Meroe, yep, we'll keep that. Okay, so we actually need to put a settler in this area, so this isn't the worst timing. Or maybe we need to put a settler... No, we don't. I don't think so. I think it's better to have a settler down here by the Dye on this little harbor. Yeah, this is actually a pretty good spot right here. Let's do it. Faras has been founded. Building nice and tall. Or, not tall, wide. This is the opposite of building tall. Let's go ahead and do a monument. Yep, we're going to counter-spy here. So we could counter-spy in the... It looks like the best spot to counter-spy would probably be in the campus district to protect technologies, because then we could protect these spots as well. So let's go ahead and go there. That'll protect most of our districts except for the city center. But that's okay. All right, so we have this knight here. It looks like Scythia is starting to get a little frisky. This unit's been down here probably since before the war was declared, of course. Knowledge of industrialization has advanced considerably. Nice. Enlightenment or civil engineering next. Civil engineering no longer gives you... Where did that new tech get moved to? Not ideology. Civil engineering used to provide... I think it got moved to a technology. Hang on, let's find this, because now I'm curious. Yeah, steel. So urban defenses is now part of the tech tree. That was a major change with the summer update. Once we have access to steel, we'll get that benefit, but not with civil engineering as in the past. Yeah, let's go ahead and get the Enlightenment just so that religious tourism effects can go ahead and be eliminated. El Kuru, ooh, we could build the Colosseum. Oh man, actually the entertainment district here, each city center within 6 tiles. Let's look at city overlap again. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Yeah, I could put the Colosseum down here. I think we're going to go for the arena for now, but I could potentially do the Colosseum. I want to work towards the arena because the later buildings, of course, will have additional, similar bonuses. So I'm just, well, hang on. See, now I'm thinking about it. We could put it here. And it would help. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Let's go ahead and do it. That would be a huge win to go ahead and have that built. 14 turns if I turn off food focus. Let's go ahead and do that. I know I need to build more settlers. I said I would. I can build one here in Sedenga, so we'll do that. Okay, triangular trade. It's going to be amazing. Extra faith and gold from all my trade routes. So that's about to jump up. Well, not too much. Because only have 4 at the moment. We're going to have more soon enough. We are going to have more, that's for sure. Egypt has left the building. I haven't seen her around in a while. She had a bunch of religious units around. Oh, hey, Egypt. Yeah, now you don't like me. They think you're a warmonger. Yeah, I am a warmonger. I hate Scythia. Okay, Rome doesn't like me either. Yeah, not surprised. Huge warmonger penalties for what I'm doing. Great person. Nice, great general. So we get 2 envoys. We don't really need that, but this is a this is for industrial and modern era land units, so we're not even going to be able to use him just yet. So let's just have him go to sleep, and we'll remember he's there in a future episode. Hopefully we will, anyway. All right. Kasir Ibrim just finished their builder. Probably need a harbor, honestly. Let's go ahead and do that. Are we almost done with the Great Lighthouse? 17 turns. Could be a little faster, honestly. Let's go ahead and get the gold built up, though, because we need that. We don't actually have any gold in our territory, I don't think. No, we do not. There it is, the industrial era. You saw our roads upgrade there. And our progress towards natural history has advanced considerably. Well, let's go ahead and get... Well, let's get astronomy just because the other stuff it's going to lead to. Actually, yeah, I'm going to go straight for Big Ben. So let's go 1, 2, 3 so that maybe, just maybe, we can get Big Ben and that extra economic policy. That would be amazing. Let's go ahead and go do a mosque in Meroe because we need that faith. Definitely. And then the military academy in Civic for extra production. Again, I want to conquer Scythia, but right now she's letting me get away with so much. I just want to keep expanding in other ways. That just seems to be the best thing to do at present. Let's put an encampment out here. Go to the next turn. We can purchase a mosque with our faith. Let's go ahead and do that rather than sinking production into it. That's fantastic. Now, Napata is on food focus right now, and that's really slowing down production times. So, if we build an art museum there, it's going to take that many turns. Good God. Despite that this is a Petra city, I guess we just need to bring in more of the desert tiles in order to get more of the advantage from Petra. That makes sense. But eventually that will be a much more productive city once more of those tiles are inside the borders. Let's eliminate this knight, and actually that might get a good amount of experience for that crossbowman. Not quite level them up, but pretty close. Alright, Meroe. Yep, begin route. Nice, we've got some niter down there if I go ahead and start a city in the very southernmost areas here, but this is all tundra. So the ability for a city to grow here would be limited pretty much to the water tiles. Unless there was a niter city over here. And there's not really. So I guess that needs to be the one I found. I don't like it, but yeah, I'm not a fan of it. Let's go ahead and let's put it there, because at least then that way we can get the wheat there. Because the wheat would normally be for Kawa, but we could totally let that city take that wheat. Alright, I'm just scouting around to see if there's any other Scythian units in the area, and there are not, thankfully, so in your face. I don't know why I put it that way, but yeah. So 4 turns away from the mosque here. Your knowledge of scientific theory has advanced considerably. Very nice. Let's see. Let's go ahead and go for natural history because I want to get access to the archaeologists and the ancient ruins. I have a feeling we might be able to pull off a cultural victory in this series if I do it right. Let's actually take a quick look at victory types. Yeah, no one's moving towards science yet. Cultural victory, Cleopatra's making some progress, so she's going to be... Yeah, none of that player has conquered one capital. I have a feeling Germany's in the game because of the number of defeated player notifications we've seen. That would indicate someone who's intent on conquering city-states. Let's go ahead and promote that spearman. That's actually needed to happen for a while. Colosseum is... Oh, just skipped 2 turns there. Not bad. Okay. Let's go ahead and maximize production for Nubi, because I'm going to get the Great Lighthouse done. We're building lots of wonders at present. Alright, got that marble. We've actually got 2 sources of marble now, so some civs are going to start wanting to trade us for it. Alright, now I can purchase units with faith here, so let me go ahead and purchase a crossbowman to defend against this nonsense headed my way. Egyptian builder. Fancy seeing you here, Cleopatra. What do you got a builder doing in my territory? That, yeah, sure. Okay, Tamiris has built a great library. That's the only wonder she can build, apparently. Your progress towards colonialism has advanced considerably. Good, we got the boost towards that. Came in good time. Alright. I'll have the crossbowmen hang out there. Same with this one. Let's bring this knight up here, because it looks like she's finally starting to grow a pair, and I'm seeing some of her units act like they might actually do some damage to me, if I'm not careful. Oh, she wants peace. You know what? No. Every time I've made peace with you, you've just gotten a settler out and tried to get it somewhere down in my territory and create a random city in a spot that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So, no. No, no, and no. I could build Potala Palace in Meroe, but before that, let me go ahead and get a builder done, because that's only going to take a couple of turns. Let's get that great general out of my territory. And what do you think you're doing, basically? The response to that. Encampment's almost done there. That's going to help a lot when that's finished. Oh, hello! Wasn't expecting you. We're going to need to back that crossbowman off. Alright, we've got a great rider now. Edgar Allan Poe, no less. Beautiful. Alright, can't fire on that unit, even with that encampment, because of the jungle in between. Of course. Let's get this knight over there, ready to counterattack, and Edgar Allan Poe can actually...
Villains, I shrieked. Dissemble no more. I admit the deed. Tear up the planks. Here, here. It is the beating of his hideous heart.
Alright, there's that one, and... we could remove this rainforest. And immediately, yeah, that immediately finished the lighthouse there. Let's go ahead and build a lighthouse too, because we don't have a lot of food in Kasira Brim, and the lighthouse will help compensate for that. Yep, settler right there. Ah, I shouldn't find that funny. Okay, okay, that's the historical city name, Hadrian. Okay, monument. The city of Shot has been founded. All right, so no, Cleopatra, you're not going to build your culture through me. See what she just tried to do? That was pretty smart. She just tried to, you know, build her culture victory by making me a nice offer for the Edgar Allan Poe masterpiece that I just acquired. But I'm not playing that game today. Let's go ahead and fortify this crossbowman until they're healed up. This crossbowman just needs to hit these guys, and then you can fire. And this knight can ride out here. Okay, so we've got our builder done. Potala Palace. Let's go ahead and build that, shall we? We'll put it right there. All right, we got the new settler in Sedenga, and I need to get another one, but let's do a trader first because we have room for one. The Great Lighthouse is 7 turns away from being done. I think we're going to get it. I'd be surprised if we didn't. Let's finish off this knight so he doesn't kill our trader.
While I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. Only this, and nothing more.
Ooh, good stuff. All right, so there's a wonderful reading of The Raven by John Delancey, who played Q in Star Trek Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager. Really, really good. If you're a fan of The Raven and or Q, look it up on YouTube. It's amazingly good. You know, what's interesting is that there don't appear to be any fish off the coast. I've noticed that with this particular map. Maybe it's a bug with detailed worlds in the latest patch, but there are no fish. There aren't even any luxury-related resources. So that may be a reason not to use detailed worlds, or maybe detailed worlds needs to be updated. I'm not sure, but I'm just kind of noticing that as we go forward here. It's kind of strange, but just limits the growth potential of, you know, cities on the coast. It really sucks. Let's go ahead and put a city there, because there's desert tiles nearby. I can do more with my Nubian pyramids in that area, but also have a rice tile and maybe even the copper there. Oh, she's willing to give me Hamlet if I'm going to make peace. Okay, if you're going to give me Hamlet, I'll take it. Should have tried to get a city out of you too, but... that'll help me with my cultural victory, if I do indeed go for one. It'll certainly help me compete with Cleopatra. And we're going to start improving additional tiles in this area. Meroe continues to grow. Its borders are quite wide at this point.
While the Colosseum stands,
okay.
Rome shall stand. When the Colosseum falls, Rome shall fall. When Rome falls, the world shall fall.
Okay, so that's done, and now our central cities are not going to have nearly as much of a problem with amenities anymore, which is just a wonderful thing not to have to worry about. Let's still go ahead and build the arena like we were going to originally before I change my mind in a fickle way. We're 5 turns away from the Great Lighthouse, and hopefully we can get Potala Palace done pretty soon. This next... I have high hopes for this next citizen here. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to go ahead and get this knight up there in Qasr Ibrim. Okay. Yeah, we need to settle a city out in this direction. Choose Civic. What do we have here? New antiquity site there in our territory, but there's others, right? Just outside of our territory? Yeah, there's plenty outside of our territory. So now we can build archaeologists. Let's go ahead and go for nationalism so that we can start forming our corps. We need that, surely. Actually, let's go for opera and ballet first so we can get the free civics, and then for the corps, because right now we're not in a lot of conflict and I don't really feel threatened militarily, so need to be going for the culture as much as possible. Speaking of that, let's take a look here. Nope, not really any options there, unless I were to... Ooh. Yeah, let's do that. That'll give me a really good district there, and then this will get a gold bonus, so we'll stick with that. All right, you stay there, and you're counter-spying in the campus district, as we planned before. No changes. Sedenga... Ooh, new trader. Forgot about you. Why don't I put you in Meroe as well? Egypt is trading with Greece. Interesting. Yep, we're going to trade with Nuri. Starting to see a good amount of gold and faith per turn. Okay, settle. Now there's no water here, so we're going to have to... As far as a settlement location, you know, water-wise, it's not great. But there's wheat here, and there's rice there, so we're still going to be able to grow at a reasonable rate. Let me go ahead and buy the... I can buy the monument and granny outright. Let's go ahead and do it. The city of Heh. Heh. And, let's see, what would be... I guess go ahead and just work on a builder? We'll put you on food focus. No, just no focus. I want you to grow at a reasonable rate, and then those new citizens will help the builder finish faster. Hopefully. Maybe. Perhaps. All right, we are at the 20-minute mark. Let me see what I can do with this turn, and then I'll go ahead and cut this episode here. Paziric. Yeah, let's go ahead and do another settler in Paziric. Let's also put Paziric on production focus. It's going to slow down the settler a bit, but that's fine. I don't mind that. We have lots of farms around Meroe now. We still need to get that coffee into Nuri's range. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's get the Great Lighthouse done, and that will be the cap for this episode. Unless the Great Lighthouse just gets built by Cleopatra at the last second. I'm going to conquer her. That's what I'm going to do. Cleopatra is going to be my foe in the late game, just to guarantee that we win this. So there's going to be an interesting intercontinental war. And her missionaries are back. What a great way to end an episode. So I'm going to stop this one here before I rage quit. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to rage quit. I'm fine. But I am going to stop this one here because we're at the 26-minute mark. In the next one, we're going to maybe found another city or two, maybe one here and one here, just to make sure we've really got the continent locked down. We'll have the economy growing nice and strong, and then I think we were going to start building more boats here now, so I guess now we have no choice. Can we... Yeah, we need a lot of gold to buy the shipyard, but we can start building the shipyard right now, so let's work on that. And then what we'll do, and that'll be done in probably sooner than 24 turns, if I can do some stuff like maybe chop down some rainforest to help it finish. But then we'll get some boats out into the water and start looking around and see where Cleopatra is and see about taking some of her cities, because at this point she's pissing me off and I want to get her back. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day at noon Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.